all I could think of is that Syndigo. He's gonna fuck your mom.
No.
He's gonna fuck your mom.
Please don't.
He's gonna fuck your mom.
So good, so right.
Man,
Your mom.
such a shame. Such a shame that I have no respect for those two anymore.
Yeah. I mean, all the... did they get into other shit, or is it the same one that was... I heard that was, like, still muddy, but relatively not the way that the internet made it out to be.
There was other shit that Matt got into.
Okay. He seemed like the problem child out of the three of them, honestly.
Ryan pretty much just apologized for what happened with Dawn.
Yeah. That was the controversy I was talking about. Was there something after that?
Matt had... Well, let's say that Ryan's apology video was 12 minutes. Matt's apology video was 46 minutes.
Right.
Whoa.
So
I did see that.
Yeah.
I didn't watch either one of them, but I
didn't watch them, but Flynn gave me the rundown, and Matt had a few more things to apologize for. Most of it was like stuff in his personal life, like with I think he cheated on his girlfriend or something.
I did hear about that.
Some stuff like that.
I heard about that.
So he got into some bad habits.
Well, they did come from the Game Grumps, who, as much as I love the both of them, and have had quite the list of their own.
Especially Aaron.
Oh, especially Aaron.
Dan hasn't really done anything.
There were a couple of things that ended up being wrong, so you can't really hold him to that. But
but I don't know. The Super Mega guys got fucked over at every fucking corner.
Oh yeah.
So
still one of my favorite videos, though. Back to the Syndigo days, was the announcement of Matt when he first joined the channel.
Oh,
and it's Danny watching shit with his pants down, and Ryan walks in, and it's just waist up, and he was like, "Oh, yo, did you get that edit done for a new Syndigo video?" And he's like, "No, but did you get the Did you get that new sound edit through? Oh no, what have we been doing this whole time?" And then it zooms out and they both got pants down, masturbating. What have we been doing this whole time?
Masturbating.
And then Matt walks in and goes,
making the videos?
Matt walks in and he's like, "Oh, I couldn't help but hear you guys wetting your whistles."
Yeah, that's right.
No, this was the video that came after they had gone on a hiatus for a few months. This was why there was no one. Oh yeah, right. That was the line from the video though. Who's making the videos?
Yeah. What am I supposed to? Okay, take the ticking time bomb over to bottles. You find them all at the airfield inside the volcano. I'd strongly recommend you get out of there before the bomb's timer runs out.
What if I don't?
Yeah, you will die.
Dan, car time.
That's a good idea.
What's your worst injury?
Oh.
I once ripped a ligament in my left knee. When I tried a stupid stunt on my pedal bike. I was on crutches for 3 or 4 days.
Yeah,
and it never fully healed correctly, and now my left knee still clicks a lot.
Oof.
And it still hurts quite a bit.
That's
sometimes. This was back in 8th grade, so it's been a while.
Damn.
So I used to live on...
What the fuck? The bomb just ejected itself from my car.
How the fuck did that happen?
What?
So I used to live on a hill.
Yes.
And there was my street, and then there was a little section of sidewalk, and then there was the next street over. That little section of sidewalk was fairly steep.
Yep.
I thought it was going to be a brilliant idea. I was if I was in late middle school, I was probably 13, 14.
Right.
I thought it was a brilliant idea to see if I could go from my street out to the sidewalk and then turn into the next street without touching my brakes.
Oh dear.
So this section of the sidewalk was fairly steep. And I was going pretty fucking fast. And I turn into the street completely successfully without touching my brakes until the entire bike, and the audience can't see this at home, but they can. Yeah. The entire bike went from this to this.
Oh my god.
It turned 90 degrees.
Yeah, I turned into the thing. I was like, "Oh, I did it." And I slammed my left knee straight into the pavement.
Oh!
And it was middle of the summer. So I'm on pavement in 80-degree weather. I cannot stand up or walk. So I had to crawl across the street over to the lawn that was closest to me and sit on the grass and call my mom to be like, yo, I'm the next street over. Please come get me.
Holy shit.
Jesus
That's
Christ.
And I was on crutches for a few days for that. And then the problem was the way that I was using the crutches, my leg healed slightly bent.
Oh no.
And so after I was done with crutches to straighten it out, I forced it straight. And it never healed after that, and now it clicks pretty consistently, and it hurts.
Fuck.
It hurts occasionally when I start to do like a lot of physical things that involve like running or like brisk walking.
Jesus, man.
That's kind of my own fault, but like that's the body, I guess.
That's also just, people being dumb.
It was just me being a 13-year-old, thought I could do a cool. I guess it was considered a stunt, but like cool something or other.
Yeah, but I get it.
Do either of you have anything close to that?
Dan and I collided electric scooters once, but
That did happen. Yeah.
That happened, but I walked away with a scraped knee. That's about it.
Yeah. I've fractured a collarbone by falling off a chair.
That is true.
I guess
Dan
that's the
has
closest
that.
I have. It was. I guess I have two. Where one of them is that chair story. I was a kid and I had a camp counselor spin me on like a wheelie chair, and it was the funnest thing on.
Oh, it sounds fun. I would do that now.
Oh my god, yeah. But
In my
then
early 20s.
and then all of a sudden I lost balance because I got dizzy. So I just kind of fell over, and then I landed on my arm.
Ooh.
And it just, with a sickening crunch, it was just pain.
Oh, God, I can hear it, too.
It was just pain.
I can hear it. Because I was with my cousin one time when he cracked his rib. I could hear it when he when he hit the ground, too.
Yeah,
God
it's
damn.
not fun.
Not fun.
It is not fun. I was in the hospital for not terribly long, but I was in a cast for like weeks. And then the only injury I can think of that was like crippling was I had an instance. This happened like last year before. I was hanging out with a buddy and I was walking to his car, and we were in the driveway. So I was just kind of walking on.
Yeah.
There was a patch of ice that I didn't catch, so I slipped.
Yeah.
And I landed on my car upright.
Oh my God, I remember that.
Yeah.
I wasn't there, but
That's
I
kind of
remember.
funny, honestly.
But it landed in the crook of like my shoulder. So like my armpit made direct contact with my car.
Oh no.
And then I heard the most sickening crack I have ever heard in my entire life as all of my joints tore. I overextended my shoulder so bad I couldn't use it straight for months.
God.
Oh, God.
I was genuinely wondering,
that beats mine hands down.
yeah, it was so bad.
That you, just to finish that off, you just drove the car straight into the ocean.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was just like, I'm out of gas, I'm out of time. Go to the ocean.
To the ocean.
I don't know. I've been in a lot of situations where I definitely absolutely should have either died or had something broken.
Me too.
And just nothing came of it ever. And it was really like I was in like a car crash that was pretty bad.
Yeah.
And like I walked away completely fine. I almost got fucking annihilated by a car while crossing the street. Me and Dan collided electric scooters. I flew off of like a playground equipment thing and landed in a split and got up and ran back to it without fucking like wincing at all. Like I landed in front of teachers.
Yeah.
And just so I wouldn't get in trouble because I got hurt. I was like, I'm just going to get up and pretend like that didn't happen and go back. And nothing came of it.
I once did that,
God.
but it was into a set of plastic chairs.
Ow.
I also didn't wince. I just got up and was like, wow, that sucked. And then got right back to doing what I was doing.
God.
Oh, James, did I tell you about the vaulting incident?
No. Oh, God.
We all went to the same high school, so you remember the gymnastics room, right? Mm-hmm. Yeah, so do you remember the vaulting area?
Yep.
So,
I've used it plenty of times.
oh, yeah, it's
fun as
awesome.
fuck.
I did gymnastics in late middle school.
Shit's fun.
It is.
So my gymnastics experience was just the one day in gym class that we're like, hey, we're going to do gymnastics day. And everyone's like, yay! Just jumping around on trampolines, doing vaults, all that shit. So I was doing vaulting almost the entire time because I just thought it was really fun to jump on a springboard, tap the vault, and then just like land in the mats.
Fair
Yeah.
I
enough.
didn't even care about landing. I was just
Yeah.
like, yay! And I just like landed my
Mats.
back.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I had one instance where I was running up. I jump on the springboard, but I give it a little bit too much juice.
Oh no.
So my hands went over it, and I'm like, uh-oh. And then I landed straight on my neck. Cracking it violently.
Oh no.
It cracked so violently, the entire room dead froze.
That probably felt really good if it didn't immediately hurt, though.
Actually, but here's the funny thing.
I need my back to crack like that right now.
I know what you mean. I could use that desperately right now.
Maybe I should go on the
But
Do the Dan maneuver.
essentially what happened, yeah, the whole room went dead silent, looked at me. I got up like nothing happened. Because all I felt was just like a weird relief in my neck.
Yeah,
I'm
you
like,
probably
oh,
just
okay.
clicked something good in there. Like-
Yeah.
Because everyone thought Dan had fucking passed away.
Yeah, imagine if the fucking classmate just died.
Yeah.
Middle
right
of gym
there.
class.
Yeah, right then and there.
My God.
My entire class would have graduated. I think that's the rule.
Oh yeah, I think that
That's
you're
college, I think.
I
if
thought
it-
that's high school too.
No, it's a if a student dies during a test, everybody passes. And that's a college rule.
Got it.
Right. That's crazy.
But yeah, it's one of those.
That's insane.
Yeah, I know. It was like, holy shit.
I've definitely, like Veras, been in a lot of situations that should have hurt me a lot more than it did.
Yeah.
There was one time, as the one I was just referencing to, I had this jungle gym in my front yard. I don't know if you remember that.
No. I think I remember.
It was that like
seeing
gray
it,
and
but-
green jungle gym in my front yard.
Yeah.
I had the brilliant idea. I was a very imaginative kid. I loved playing like dress up and fight imaginary people in my head.
Oh, we did that all the
hell
time.
Oh, I'm more than well aware you did. I'm not ashamed of it. I'm just prefacing it.
Yeah.
So I climbed on top of this jungle gym and was standing on the top of it
Of course.
and fighting. In my head, it was probably like birds or evil birds or something with a Nerf sword.
Sure, yeah.
And I was like swinging it around, and I was probably 11, maybe 10 or 11.
Yeah.
And this is where like I just overextended a swing too much and just slipped straight down the jungle gym into two plastic chairs that were sitting in the at the base of it. I just got up and was like, oh, well, that sucked. And
Yeah.
then went right back to standing on top of the jungle gym like nothing fucking happened.
Yeah. That's fucking.
Holy
That's kids
shit.
for you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then the stone stairs that were in the front of the and I was like facing the woods.
Yeah.
Those would get so slippery during the winter. They were horrendous. And so thankfully we didn't use them all that often, but there was one time I had exited out that door for something. I took one step, instant, straight down a set of concrete stairs.
Oh my God.
No.
I took a half step out of the door, and the second my foot made contact to the top step, down the fucking flight of 4 steps I went.
Fuck.
Jesus.
And then you must
fucking
remember when I
Christ.
fell through my ramp.
Was I there?
No, you weren't. But
Oh.
I've told this story a few
I
times.
think I remember
and
the story,
probably
yeah.
even on this channel once or twice before. So it was the first day of college.
Yeah.
My birthday too, by the way.
Happy birthday,
So
Thunk.
Dan, did you ever see my house? You've been over the Salem one a whole bunch of times, but did you ever come to the house at all?
I can confidently say,
I don't think you did.
No.
Okay. So my grandfather was in a wheelchair.
yep.
And so when he first became in a wheelchair, they installed a metal grate ramp up to our porch
Yeah, that sounds about right.
to compensate for the stairs that used to be there. So
Yeah.
I should also state that he got into a wheelchair in 2000.
Okay.
So at this point, first day of college is 2019.
Yeah.
Should show you this ramp has never been replaced.
Oh.
That's
Yeah.
already enough preference, I think. Was on my way out to college, and I took, again, similar to the stairs, one step onto this metal ramp, and the entire section of the ramp trapdoored on me. I took one step, and it was rusted on the edges. It broke, and the entire metal panel trapdoored, and I fell straight through. Thankfully, because I'm tall, I'm about 6 feet. The ramp was only maybe 2 feet off the ground, 2 to 3 feet off the ground. But I did scrape all up my left leg on the grate on my way down. So I landed on my feet because it wasn't that far of a fall, and I'm pretty tall.
Right. That part's good at least.
Yeah. So the funniest bit though is right as I did this, the mailwoman pulled up. And she gave no fucks at all. She didn't say a single goddamn thing, didn't ask if I was okay, nothing. She got out of her truck, walked up to me, still standing in the middle of this broken ramp, hands me my mail, and then walks away. She had seen this entire thing go down and chose not to say anything. Just hand me my mail and leave.
That's so fucked.
That is fucking stupid.
The first day of college was a mess because not only did that happen, but then I immediately got in my car and I got 5 minutes down the road before realizing that something didn't feel right about my driving. So I got out at the speedway actually over by the high school.
Yeah.
And my tire was flat on the ground.
Oh my God.
Like it was the back left-hand side of my car was just flat on the ground. And I was like, oh, all right, sounds good. Like,
Thanks, buddy.
so I had to drive the car back to my house, climb back over the broken ramp, and go get my mom so I could grab her keys and take her car to college.
Jesus Christ.
This was all on my birthday and on the first day of freshman year.
Holy shit.
I was like, what a fucking way to start college.
Yeah, no shit. Oh my God.
Jesus fucking Christ.
But yeah, I love that story because like the fucking non-expression on this male woman's face after having watched somebody fucking fall straight through their ramp.
Just no sympathy.
Here's your
no
mail.
remorse.
Bye.
Here's your mail.
Bye.
I'm out of here. Peace, bitches.
It's fucking crazy.
I think that was the same male woman that was reading our magazines too, so she clearly didn't care that much.
No.
All of our magazines, so you know how like most magazine subscriptions would come in like that plastic extra bag on top of the magazine?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, all of our magazines were always open. They never came in the plastic ever. The plastic would either be already ripped, completely gone, and sometimes the magazine did fully look like somebody had already gone through it.
Wow.
So it happened the most with my mom's. She used to get like Better Homes and Gardens and stuff sent to the house because she liked the recipes in them. But like every time it would look like the fucking magazine had already been read by 4 people.
Jesus
Christ.
So yeah, I think it was that same male woman. It would make sense.
Perhaps.
I can say that now because I haven't lived there in 5 years, and I'm sure she's either retired or on a different route at this point.
Yeah, you're probably right.
Probably. Well, we don't get those anymore, so.
But yeah, that was my list of injuries. I forgot that was even the point of the card.
Yeah.
It was, yeah. See, that's the beauty of these cards.
I just like telling that story because I find it hilarious.
It is. Like, holy shit. What is the goal here?
I have to get that egg out of her. I gotta get that egg in me.
So your goal is to
Egg in me.
So shouldn't your goal be to like crash this bitch?
I love that fucking Adventure Time clip so much. Egg in me.
Egg in me. Yeah, egg in me. Yes, I have to basically crash her fucking vehicle.
Just grab it.
I think one of my favorite Adventure Time clips though of all time is still I meant to ask you, what's in that little pocket on your shirt? Oh, it's Jake. Sup, Jake?
Yeah. That's right.
You got high grip wheels.
I remember when I first watched that like on TV when it aired, I was laughing so hard. Way harder than I should have been because it caught me completely off guard.
I think that was the point, right?
Yeah. Well, yeah, because he had just randomly had a shirt pocket in this episode.
Yeah.
And it was never acknowledged or like
brought up
at all until the end of the episode when that scene happened.
Oh my God.
Sup, Jake?
Your favorite Halloween costume
That I've ever
Shut up.
worn? Or
Shut up.
I don't know. I'm sorry.
I don't know. It just says your favorite Halloween costume.
oh, okay.
So let's keep it general.
I was a Bionicle in first grade. That was pretty cool.
Oh, that's cool.
I was the red Bionicle from the Montanui, like the initial wave.
When I wore my Spider-Man suit and my hair was like big and fluffy and I looked like Peter Parker, that was pretty good. I liked that.
Oh yeah.
I like that a lot. The best year I pulled that off was college.
My favorite was when I wore a black suit Spider-Man costume for Halloween one year, but I had to wear a jacket over it because I had a fever and still wanted to go trick-or-treating.
Oh God. That's funny.
I still remember my favorite variation of the fucking Spider-Man thing was Veras and Flynn both had Spider-Man suits.
Oh God.
And we did a skit for Couch Gamers at one point where it was a Spider-Man universe.
I think I
but
remember
they're just
this.
normal people.
Oh yeah.
I think I remember that.
That's
Yeah.
right.
Did that ever
Saul
release?
Spider-Man.
Yeah, it released.
Okay, yeah.
It's out. You can find it somewhere.
No, you can't.
No, you can't. They're
Oh,
all
you can't?
private.
The
Oh,
entire
are they?
the entirety of the Couch Gamers has been wiped
Oh,
off the
damn.
internet.
Yeah.
Well, whoever's editing this, if you can find the picture that I have of
Oh yeah.
of just it's Veras in a Spider-Man costume in a robe, just like with slippers.
Did you
like-
predict the Across the Spider-Verse, Peter?
Yeah. Apparently, yeah.
And then there was another one where it's Flynn wearing like a dress shirt and pants.
Yeah, that's right.
And like a fucking.
Was this in one of the mindless mini movies?
yes.
Yeah,
I remember
was.
this.
Yeah,
but,
it was.
Yeah, I remember this, but I couldn't pinpoint where.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is it bad that I even remember mindless mini movies this many years later?
I am pretty impressed.
Yeah.
No, but yeah, no, that
I still just remember that one about you were like in Ethan's room telling him to clean it, and you had to just like cipher through his entirely dirty room. Is that one of them?
yes, that did happen. In one of
Okay,
them, yeah.
yeah.
The mindless mini whats were funnier though because I edited
Yeah.
those like YouTube poops.
Fucking
Yeah.
Philips CDI.
yeah, the on-running Philips CDI
The
joke.
arms
Was-
of the angel. Fly away. You falling off the swing.
yeah.
Holy
Oh, that
shit.
swing was so fun.
I still remember those because those were some of the funniest things that I had ever watched at the time. I love the mindless mini what's so much. So
Yeah.
they're still very fresh in my mind, even though I have not watched them since high school.
That was like the beginning of my like really getting to know and editing software days. When I
Yeah.
had like
Yeah.
Power Director and I fucking
Power Director. Oh
I
my
know.
God.
but I fucking like I started like kind of understanding editing and how to get better at it and stuff. And now I edit for Cartridge Crusaders.
I still think
Yeah.
that one of my
So do
favorite
I. I didn't
Halloween
do
costumes too, going back to the prompt,
Yeah.
was the one we did in high school, where I was Grunkle Stan and you were Dipper.
Oh, I did love that one a lot.
That was
Wasn't
great.
that senior year?
It was.
Yeah,
And we were supposed to have as Mabel, but she couldn't find a sweater in time.
that's right. No, I did like that one.
That was a cool costume.
I liked
My
when
God.
I
Did
went.
you ever see that picture, Dan?
I don't know if I.
I was in a full suit. I even wore the eye patch, and my dad was a Shriner at the time, so I used his fez.
Ooh.
Yeah.
That's cool.
I even had I bought the cane at Spirit and like modified it to look more like Stan's.
Fuck yeah.
I remember I wore I wore my everyday high school outfit to
Just
party.
the vest over. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. I also didn't dress up to that party,
No, well, yeah, because I was told not to.
but then everybody else.
Then
was.
everybody did, and I was
Yeah.
like, all right, great.
I followed the same rule. Told me not to dress up, so I didn't.
Yeah.
And I showed up and everybody's dressed up, and I'm like, oh, okay, whatever.
I literally
really
went to a Halloween party.
I mean
this
that
past-
night was bad for other reasons.
Yeah.
but, like,
Jesus.
that we can't get into here on camera.
That's fair.
But
Let me just say, I
Yeah.
did go to a Halloween party this past year where costumes were required, and everybody did the bare minimum,
well, yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
except for me.
You're in your late 20s. Most people are just there to drink and party. They don't give a fuck about the costumes.
That is absolutely true.
I'll never be that person, but like I get the mentality.
Yeah,
that's not true. All the people Dan work with are in their 30s or 40s.
that is true.
Yeah.
I'm
Even worse than to that point.
I am like the third youngest person in that building.
Yeah.
And there's like 35, 40 people.
I'm not the youngest in my work, and I'm only one of 3 people in the store. So
My God.
what's up?
Give me assholes.
Give me assholes.
Or give me death. What would your last meal be?
I've thought about this quite a bit, and I've never been able to come to an answer. And the reason I think about it a lot is I watch the Mythical Kitchen, like celebrities eat their last meal series.
Okay.
So like, I always think about what mine would be, and I can never come to a conclusive answer.
That depends. How are they going to kill me after?
The chair.
I'm gonna order a whole bunch of liquid rubber.
They're prepping. They're prepping for
I'm
it.
gonna eat all of
And if
it.
they cremate you, you can eat a bunch of unpopped popcorn.
And that way I'll have a funny surprise for the coroners.
I'll swallow a bunch of firecrackers.
Yum.
All I can ever think of when it comes to like funerals or death is that stupid Tumblr post where they wanted their corpse to like fucking be tied to like a fan, a ceiling fan, and just spin around. And then they immediately replied, "Wait a minute, my mom said no."
Holy shit, that's so silly.
Oh my fucking god, that's hilarious.
Oh god, there's
God.
always silly ones like that, right?
I honest to God have no idea what my last meal would be though, like in complete seriousness.
Yeah, I don't know. I'd probably get like a fucking... Bless you. I'd probably get
Knowing
like
me, it'd have to be something chicken, because I pretty much exclusively eat chicken.
Yeah, I'd probably eat like a steak or something.
I have an answer at this point.
Oh, I know.
But I know it's almost impossible to come by. There was these...
Or come on. Anyway.
It would be the cum of 78 virgins. No.
Good luck finding that.
Yeah. I don't know. In today's economy, it might be a little easier than
I
we
mean,
think.
they can just say no. To be fair.
And that conversation dies. No, there's these things that used to exist. They're like Barilla pasta meals. They were like Alfredo chicken.
Barillo had pasta meals?
They did.
I've never even heard of those.
Yeah. Actually, Barilla has pasta pouches.
I've seen those.
Yeah.
I've just never seen the meals.
Yeah. If you just like add a little bit of butter and some cheese in it, it's pretty good.
Yeah.
Fucking kidding me, the box went in the water.
But
I repeat, the fox is in the water.
Where did it go? Come back.
Do you need the fox?
I need
No,
the
it's a box.
Oh, the box.
where is it?
There it is.
There we go.
Okay. But
Mr. President, a box
yeah.
has hit the water.
yeah.
Mr. President, there's a second box.
There is a yeah. But I would have that, I think, as my last meal because I used to eat them all the time in college, and they used to be the most delicious fucking thing on planet Earth. And the only reason I stopped having them was because they were so high in sodium, I was literally dehydrating myself eating them.
That's why I stopped eating banquet meals too.
Fair.
I ate a lot. Like they had this banquet mega bowl meal that was like mashed potatoes with chicken and corn and gravy.
Oh, that does sound good.
It was so delicious. And when we were talking about earlier how when I lived in Salem, I was basically living like a college dorm kid.
Yeah.
I would eat so many of those, but they were like, it was like 1,100 or 1,200 milligrams of sodium per pop or something stupid like that.
It was like ridiculously high number.
It was, I would eat like 3 of them a week. I had to stop.
Yeah.
I had to stop buying those.
These pasta meals that I'm talking about, there was an instance where I've had one every single day for like 2 weeks, and
that would do it.
That fucked with my
I mean,
ass.
I once knew,
like actually.
My ass.
I once knew somebody who tried to drink a bottle of soy sauce and got hospitalized for it.
What?
So,
Jesus Christ. Holy shit.
For drinking raw soy sauce? What the
this is
fuck?
such high sodium content, they almost overdosed.
Yeah, no shit.
Fucking Christ.
All right, you want to censor the name real quick and to keep it like, censor it like a television would because I think it's way funnier.
Yeah.
It was.
Oh, fuck off.
I love that story because it's so fucking stupid.
Insane. I fully
Yeah.
believe it. Now that you've told me who it was, I fully believe it.
Oh yeah, especially him.
Fucking dumbass.
Yeah,
Jesus
There's always
Christ.
somebody.
and they were quite the somebodies.
Yeah, they sure were.
I did love his older brother. But,
Yeah.
quite significantly, but he does not answer texts.
No. What was the question?
Huh?
Last meals.
Your last meal.
Oh,
Bottle of soy sauce. Final question.
I would like at I used to have this specific order at Cracker Barrel.
Oh, yeah.
It was really fucking
Cracker
good.
Barrel. I haven't
'Cause
had
it was
Cracker
like-
Barrel in forever.
It's like a steak with their fries with like oh god, what was it? It was like applesauce
Oh fuck
and
yeah.
one other thing.
Oh, yeah.
And it was
A good fucking set of pork chops with some fucking applesauce would do me some good.
God, it was so good.
Maybe when I get paid this week, I'll go buy some pork chops and some applesauce. I would love that.
Hell yeah.
That sounds real. Fuck. I don't normally eat that on a daily basis, and I'm like, fuck, that sounds so appealing.
For some reason, the second they said applesauce, I was like, oh. I was like, it just popped in my head that I hadn't had that in so long, and I was like, ooh, alrighty.
Applesauce good.
I'm an adult. I am an adult with my own money and the ability to go buy.
I
my
am a
groceries.
man with $5.
It's 10. Let's not be hasty. Like,
for applesauce.
what's the lowest you guys' bank accounts ever gotten?
That's not a very fair question to ask.
That
us
is
given our
completely
circumstance.
fair.
Yeah.
So
Mine was 15 cents.
shit.
Is that really the lowest? I thought it
Yeah.
was 7 cents.
No, it was 15.
Or was that?
It was that was 7
Oh,
cents.
okay.
And you want to know how it got down to 15 cents?
How did it get down to 15
It
cents?
was at like $5, which is already bad, but not
no.
unusual for my bank account at that time.
Sure.
Holy shit.
And my fucking fat ass, my dumb ass, decided to go to Wendy's and get a 4 for $4. And with taxes, it was like just under $5.
Holy shit.
And so it left my account with 15 cents. I was like 16, by the way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just a fucking.
That's nuts.
It's the way you fucking said that. Oh my fucking god.
Which part?
My dumbass. Oh my god.
Oh my
That
god.
fucking killed me.
And then I remember at the time, my parents don't watch your channel. I remember at the time I had to hide it from my parents because they would have been pissed.
Yeah.
And like
Probably.
I remember there was something I was supposed to buy Lego sets that day or something for like my own personal gain. It wasn't for anybody in particular.
okay. Sure.
And my mom was wondering why I didn't get the Lego sets, and I basically just had to say, "Oh, I'm waiting for the next paycheck." So I must have been like almost 17 or 18 if it was Lego. Now
Must
I
have been,
remember,
yeah.
because I was working at Lego because I got half off and I still couldn't afford it. Ooh, yeah. It was very common for my bank account to dip below $100
Yeah.
back then.
That's insane.